Hi guys, I am going to be working on the mama sweatshirt, and I printed the M and the A off myself, and then I just cut it out of my computer paper. What I do is I lay it down on this heat and bond and cut it out, and then from there, well, let me backtrack. I'm going to put the heat and bond on the back of the fabric. This is one pant leg. If you watched any of the videos, you would have saw that I already cut this out. This is the front panel from a onesie, and these are sizes 0 to 3 months. And you can see that they actually are the perfect size for these 5-inch letters. And that you can make this any size you want to. And here are the M's. So my grandson's clothes are both M's, and then my granddaughter's outfits are going to both be the A's. That way they alternate across the sweatshirt. I am going to use the purple light sewable iron-on adhesive, and there is a tip right here. Whoops. If stitching is not desired, try Heat and Bond Ultra Light or Ultra Hold in the red package. I will be sewing over these letters, but first I want to get some heat and bond on them. So let me move this out of the way. Okay. Now remember, with all of your bonding materials, whether it's heat and bond or iron-on fusible webbing, it does not matter. Anything iron-on has a smooth side. This is the paper. This is the glue. The bumpy side is glue. So you want to lay your fabric over this here. Smooth it out. And you want to iron. I'm just going to lightly press for just a moment. I just want to get the wrinkles out. I'm going to actually flip this, and now I'm going to iron with the paper side, like the carrier side. I have my iron set to the highest temperature. And this is a pretty nice iron. I got this for a quarter, 25 cents or 50 cents at the thrift store earlier this year here in 2024. So I thought, oh, yep, I need to get it. I've been happy with it. So when you find an iron that works for such a cheap price, it's always nice to pick it up, especially if you do any type of sewing or quilting. All right, so this is pretty good, I think. I don't want to run my iron back and forth because that might actually pull the fibers or pull the fabric from the glue. So I don't really want to do that. I'm just giving it a nice press. And I will need to do the same thing for the pant legs. I'm going to set that aside. And I don't need a big piece of this fusible. Just enough to cover the fabric and make a letter A. I don't want to use any of the elastic. Okay. Just lightly press at first. I just don't want to scorch the fabric. So definitely know your fabric. Make sure you can even use the fabric. Again, this is size 0 to 3 months. And each letter, the M and both A's, are about 5 inches in height. And I did use the free Canva option, canva.com. Not sponsored. It'd be great if I was, but I'm not. Okay, and I'm not using any type of fancy software for embroidery. This is going to be done on my standard sewing machine, and I will be sure to show you those steps. I don't want you to think that you have to have an embroidery machine to do all of this, because you don't. In fact, you can even just hand sew it on if you are inclined to do so. I'm not going to, but I will show you what I do with my sewing machine. Oops, I want to make sure I turn this off. Okay. Now I'm going to take the piece that's already pulled down. Now an A and an M, the letters don't need mirrored. Now if you're using a Z or an S, a P, Q, kind of like anything like that, then you would need to mirror those before you cut them out. But you don't have to. I'm just going to take a pencil or pen, whatever you would like, and I am going to trace this A. The fabric is still a little hot. All right, and so I am just going to hand cut around this. If you have a Cricut or some kind of vinyl cutting machine, you could probably do the same thing with that. But really, this just seems to be the easiest. It's quicker for me. I like hands-on sewing for the most part. But use what you have, and I'm sure it'll turn out. Okay, so I am going to cut this out. And then we will have our letters. You might want to use better scissors. These are not my best scissors. I believe these were my grandma's, and they were handed down to me. And my grandma's the one that taught me to sew when I was 7. So that's been over 42 years ago now. My mom and grandma were very, very talented seamstresses, and I did not get the seamstress talent. But I do have the creative talent, so we'll go with that. Again, I'm not looking for perfection. I'm just looking to get this done. Hopefully I'm on camera. I should probably keep an eye on that. Let's get this part done. All right, honey. Love you too. All right, you can use smaller scissors if you'd like little snippets. Okay. Whoops. So there's my A, and well, one of them anyways. Let me get the other one cut out for you. Now, there will be a few videos in this playlist on making this sweater, because I have to film in batches for right now. But I did not want to hold you up on all of this. So you'll want to look for the playlist, the sweatshirt playlist, okay? There will be dozens of sweatshirts coming to you on my YouTube channel this year, for 2025, I should say. And also, there is some Patreon happening, and that's going to be updated. Right now, the Keepsake Business Academy is on sale. Today is December 16th, 2024, and the sale does end before the end of the year of 2024. So hopefully you can get over there and join the other students. You can save those scraps if you want to. My daughter does not want those back, so I'm not going to use those for anything. And I still have plenty of scrap from the other pant leg and other part of the shirt. Now this is a little flimsy, so I need to, this only had regular stabilizer on it, and that's not what I want. I want to have this glue, so I need to actually take both ends and put it over onto this. Now this is going to be a little messy with the glue, so I do need to put my carrier sheet or pressing sheet down whenever I press on here. So I highly recommend that you put your Heat and Bond light sewable on before you cut the letters out. Otherwise, you probably are going to run into a mess with glue everywhere on your ironing board and so forth. So definitely consider doing that first. All right. I do need to turn that iron back on. And I need my pressing sheet. Oops, my camera keeps moving. Okay, so here's one of my pressing sheets. I bought several of these from Temu. They're okay. They're not the best, but they do the job. So you could also use, I believe it's parchment paper. I just want to press this down. I don't want to make you dizzy here. I'll try not to mess with the camera so much. Okay, let's see here. I only want to press one at a time. Whoops. And you'll see the glue sticking here. You'll definitely not want this on your iron.
Well, shouldn't sing this before, so I threw off. Oh, sorry. Can't I?
Yeah.
Thanks, Mom. Love you.
Love you. Okay, so I am just going to keep pressing. I want to get as much glue on the back of this letter M as possible because I am still going to stitch it down to the sweatshirt, but what I want to do is make sure it doesn't slide on the sweatshirt while I am sewing around it. So I'm just going to move this around, oops, here and hold it and press. All right, I think this one might be good. I, again, recommend using the Heat and Bond. It just makes it so much nicer. Okay, so I think we're good. Now, this has to cool down because it's too hot for my hands. And then I'm just going to cut around each of these M's. And the next video, I will show you how I sew them on. Thank you.